From the floor of the CME Group, this is Danny Riley with today's mid-morning update. The name of this video is going to be Buy Stops and More Buy Stops. The high of the day in the S&P came in at 1983.20 recently. The low came in at 1976 even earlier. And last, we're 1981 half. We're up 6.6 handles. Total volume, we have 500,000 minis traded, and we have 500 big S&Ps traded in the pit. Now, I got to ask you guys, when do you think the S&P is going to actually start to go back down? Well, I can tell you when it's going to go back down. When everybody gets squeezed out and everybody starts talking S&P 2100. That's when this is going to take place. Now, this morning, we had a big round of global markets being up. 9 out of 11 markets in China were higher. 11 out of 12 markets in Europe were higher. And you know what? It's just bleeding into the S&P this morning. Now, last Thursday, I started talking about S&P 1985, 1990. And we're there now. And I still think that there's more to go here. And the big thing that I'm concerned about here now is we get into the latter parts of the week and more people take a step back from trading, that we could get into that late Friday rip syndrome and we could really start to go pushing higher. Now, I want to point two levels out. Top Notch gave out a level yesterday, and he's still got it. It's an upside objective that he's looking at 1987.70. And Chicago stock, been really hot lately. He was 3 for 3 yesterday in a narrow range, has 1984 half. Now, right when we got up to the highs of the day, the Pitbull hit me on the IM and said, "You think we made our highs?" And I think we may have made our early highs. But that said, I don't think that's the high for the day. And then Chicago stock also gave me one other level. It's his 6-month vol window that comes in at 1992 even. Now, these are key levels, you guys, and I think as we go higher here, you've got to be a little bit cognizant that we've got this kind of funky up a day, down a day going on right now. And really what that is, that's kind of like it's kind of like a back and fill type price action. But you know what? It's all working in favor of the S&P right now. Thin to win, up a day, down a day, whatever you want to call it. There's very little sellers out there, you guys. I'll see you on the closing print.